Very angry.
Sean Earl and Jamie Bentley are filled with sorrow. They'll never have the chance to build a relationship with their grandchild.
He was my first grandson, and I'll never get to experience that with him.
I don't want a child, a 2-year-old child that can barely talk, to ever have to go through this.
Kent police say the 2-year-old died back in May after suffering from massive internal injuries, a skull fracture, fractured jaw, internal bleeding, infection, and multiple bruises and scrapes. Police have arrested the boy's 19-year-old mother. The King County Prosecuting Attorney's Office is filing for a second-degree murder charge.
The mother, in this case the defendant, struck her 2-year-old son several times to the point where it resulted in significant injuries that led to an infection and ultimately this 2-year-old child's death. And so this is a terrible and disturbing case.
Sean and Jamie are related through the boy's biological father and say they offered to help many times, but the boy's mother kept their grandson away from them.
Well, we could send, clothing, diapers. We could get you a place to live and help with Jose as much as possible. And she never wanted any of that.
Police say the investigation started back on May 23rd when the mother called 911 from the hometown suites on Pacific Highway. She told police her son was lying face down, cold and unresponsive, and was vomiting just a day earlier. Officers say the mother was living at the motel with her son and boyfriend, who is not the biological father. They also learned while the mother and boyfriend would sleep on the bed, the 2-year-old would sleep on the hardwood floor with a blanket and pillow.
It's very, very difficult to not have been there to help.
Police say the mother admitted to slamming the 2-year-old on the floor the morning he was puking. Court documents say, quote, the mom said when JAF wouldn't go back to sleep, she had finally had it and grabbed him by his stomach and back and picked him up and slammed him onto his bed, a blanket on the floor. The mom stood up and demonstrated how she struck JAF using a downward swinging strike with the bottom ridge of her palm.
This should never happen. And I'm hoping in the near future, we can get some stuff done in Jose's name so this does not happen ever again.
He didn't get the love he deserved. And there's no excuse for that.
In King County, Jennifer Lee, Fox 13 News.
The 19-year-old mother will be formally charged for second-degree murder next Thursday.